What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on Keeping It Real with Credit, live and direct here and Keeping It Real with Credit Studios down here in Miami, Florida. What's up, guys? My name is Ray, your host for Keeping It Real with Credit. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing because on this channel, we talk anything and everything regarding credit, personal finance, tips and tricks on real estate, automotive, investments, you name it, you're definitely gonna go ahead and find it here. Guys, a quick little some few announcements before we get started. Again, for those of you guys just joining us right now, I encourage you guys to go ahead and ask your questions here on the chat. In addition to that, if at any point you guys are interested in getting a free credit evaluation, which I'm gonna go over to exactly what that is, you can call the number on the screen, which is 1-888-424-0058, option number one. Or you can go ahead and click the very first link on the description below where it says schedule your free credit evaluation. And for those of you guys that don't know what's a free credit evaluation or what's included in a free credit evaluation, a free credit evaluation is where let's say you guys go ahead and schedule one. My team and I go ahead and review your copy of a credit report across all three credit bureaus. And in that right there, we create what's called an analysis of your report. This analysis is going to contain all the information that is obviously negatively impacting your score. It's going to break down what items are considered negative, your inquiries, if you have any public records at all. It's going to have a ton of information on credit, the formula of credit, and a little bit of the strategy that we're going to go ahead and use specifically tailored to your case. You're going to get a copy of this analysis at the end of the evaluation, whether you sign up with us or not. Also, in the evaluation, we will include pricing in case you do want to consider hiring us for your credit restoration needs. But at the very least, you take home a bunch of information, not only about credit, but everything related to credit in your particular situation based on what the credit report is actually showing. And so, guys, the whole purpose of these of live sessions that we do once a week is to go ahead and take the opportunity to go ahead and ask, to answer your guys' questions live and direct when it comes to credit or personal finance, and also to start a discussion where if you have something to say, if you have any tips on credit that maybe we can go ahead and share via this channel, that's exactly what we're here to do. So with that being said, without further ado, let's get on with the topic, guys. So first off, I want to thank for you guys that called in last week and scheduled your evaluation. It was a lot of fun speaking to all of you guys. So if you're watching, shout out to all of you guys. And particularly now, we have to be aware of what's going on, right? Not only with this pandemic, but with, now that everybody knows we're getting stimulus packages and stuff like that. It's to my I heard that we're getting my clients are getting a lot of collection calls. The collection agencies are being a little bit more aggressive because it's obviously been announced that everybody's going to get this stimulus check, right? So they're taking a definite opportunity on that. However, that doesn't mean that everybody that's coming on through your phone as a debt collector is an actual authentic debt collector. And what do I mean by that, right? And so this kind of always takes me back to my roots as far as how I got started with this and what I explained in the Never Ever Pay Collections video, that I explained, basically what happened with me. Just to cut a long story short, basically I came across these debt collectors, or that they came across as attorneys coming after me for a debt. They had every piece of information you can think of to lead me to believe that these are the people that I need to pay this debt. They had all the incorrect information from my credit report, my name, my social security, account numbers, date of birth, and the whole full payment history. How they got a hold of that, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they got a hold of it. They probably bought that information off of somebody or whatnot. But nonetheless, I still made payments for over a year paying them. And I think I paid anywhere between $3,500 to $4,000 across the whole year. In the meantime, what I also did was study and research how credit works because I wanted to be proactive, as I wasn't under the assumption that paying this account was going to help my credit or better my situation. And it actually didn't. Long term, I ended up finding out that these people weren't even a company. There were literally a few people working at the back in their backyards. And I had to go ahead and find a consumer attorney, which kind of told me up front that I run a risk because since these guys are just a bunch of Joe Schmoes working out of their back office. They're not a big corporation or a big company like these big collection agencies where, if you were to sue them, they're easy to find. But these guys weren't. And so I still made the payment up front, knowing that I'm not going to get a refund and that, we may not find them. They ended up finding them up in Hilton Head, South Carolina. I got confirmation that they're not licensed to collect. They're not even a company at all. We sued them in federal court and I got all my money back. However, that's not the case with everybody, right? Because a lot of these fake debt collectors, fake companies, or people coming across as debt collectors, they're coming a little bit more informative. They're sounding a lot more professional, and they have access to a lot more data. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you do get a collection call, don't be so scared if the person on the other line is regurgitating your social security number by heart, your date of birth by heart, your address, your account numbers and stuff like that. That doesn't mean anything, because apparently if it happened to me, it can very well happen to you. Somebody must have gotten your information. It's a big possibility. With nowadays, with technology and how everything is, it's pretty easy and accessible to go ahead and gather personal information, then come across and start calling vulnerable people that may fall for this. And, it's all a illegal operation. So what I say to all of my clients, or what I teach to all of my clients, and like I said, I've been wanting to do a video about this, but what I've been teaching my clients is, don't be afraid to pick up the phone when it's a debt collector, right? And if anything, just feel a little bit more safe and secure. There's nothing wrong with admitting your name if they do ask. However, you're gonna go if they go ahead and ask for further confirmation of information that you're trying to get. What you don't want to do is confirm that information, right? So what you do is you respectfully say, "Hey, sir, ma'am, if you don't mind, can you send me any correspondence regarding this debt or this business, transaction or whatnot that you're claiming that I owe you in the mail?" Just send it to whatever address you have on your screen. If I happen to get it, I'll go ahead and, respond back accordingly via letter. And if you don't mind, please do not call this number again, as we will be communicating if it needs to be, via letter in black and white. And so those things are, it's important, right? And so you're not confirming anything if that happens. When that does happen, however, you want to immediately look at a recent copy of your credit report to ensure that the company that just called you, isn't on your credit report. In some cases, they're not going to admit to what company they are. They'll probably just say some initials and stuff like that is going to cause you to Google, because they know that the moment they say that they're debt collectors on the line, there's a higher chance of probability that people may hang up on them. So they're very secretive about their name, the company that they work for, and what is exactly as to what they do. And so, regardless, don't be afraid to pick up your phone. If they do happen to call again, then I always tell people to take a screenshot of your call log, your records, and have in recording you telling them not to call you again. And that hopefully that should help you save that issue. And if that does happen, not only you're going to be compensated, but you're also going to go ahead and that account is going to get removed, and now you're getting paid from the collector. So hopefully that sounds like some good news there at that point. Now, guys, I want to kind of move over to some results, right? I've been showing some of my clients' results. We have so many clients, so many great results that, these results that we show here doesn't do it justice. I want to show all of you guys all the results. We do have quite a bit of clients that we're servicing. But for the meantime, I kind of want to show results because I want to show you guys what we're capable of doing. I do get a lot of questions on whether specific things on a credit report can be removed or not. I know there's a lot of rumors or whatnot going out there, or how credit works. And so I want to show you guys that, the work that we do, the results that we're able to generate for a lot of our clients. And I also want to, kind of with hard facts, show you guys that things that you think that might have not been removed can be removed, right? And how we remove them. And at the same time, you may have a similar account, right? The same company that's probably going after you as a collection agency or something that's negative on your account. You may see it on some of these clients' results. And so that, it should make you feel better, or at least, the question of whether something can be removed or updated is real. So definitely, that's what we have working on right here. So guys, in the meantime, let me go ahead and switch over the screen, and then we'll go ahead and take care of some shout outs. All right, guys. So right here, what we see on the screen here is our first set of results that for this client right here. Again, all these results are within a matter of 30 business days. Excuse me. 30 business days, which is by the Fair Credit Reporting Act that we must allow the credit bureaus to respond back in, right? And so as we see here, we got 11 accounts removed. We got 2 accounts reported to positive. And like I've mentioned before, when an account gets updated to positive, that means that this was an account that had a late payment and it got reversed, right? From a late payment, like obviously showing that you didn't pay, to a positive payment, meaning that you did make the payment. 35% of your score is payment history. So reversing that can have a huge positive impact on your credit. So so far, obviously we still have some more work to do with this customer. However, their score in Experian went up 33 points, Equifax went up 35 points, and TransUnion went up 53 points. So we're circulating around the 600s or whatnot, and 11 items got deleted. Let's go ahead and review a little bit about which ones got deleted. Right. And so look, see, Moto Lease right here. This was, a car payment or whatnot. Initially, it was a negative payment. We was able to reverse that as a positive payment. Right. Credit One Bank also had some charged off as bad debt. Right. Purchased by another lender. We was able to delete that from the credit report. Right. Credit One Bank, which is a credit card. AFF FinWise, which was an inquiry on TransUnion, we was able to get that removed from the credit report. Time Payment Core, again, an inquiry deleted from the credit report. CR Service, again, inquiry deleted from the credit report. CRS LLC, inquiry deleted from the credit report. Again, inquiry deleted from the credit report. Negative items right here, Coastline Emergency Physicians right here. All of these were placed for collections, obviously considered as a negative account. All these accounts get removed from the credit report across all 3 credit bureaus. Credit One Bank, again, negative account with Experian, excuse me, and then got deleted from the credit report as we see there. So guys, that was the first set of results there that I kind of wanted to share with you guys as we continue on. Also, guys, in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and share my calendar with you guys that I'm gonna go ahead and text. I'm gonna copy and paste right here off to the side. Let's go ahead and move forward with that. I'm gonna go ahead and paste my calendar link. That way you see availability so that you guys can go ahead and schedule your free credit evaluation. If you have any questions at all whatsoever regarding your credit or what's capable of, that we can go ahead and move forward there. So right there, I'm texting over the link. If you guys want to speak to me or one of my team members here, that's where you're going to go ahead and get a hold of it. And we will call you at the time that has been scheduled. It's only 20 minutes of your time, guys, and you take home a bunch of information on there. So guys, hopefully that does help. In the meantime, guys, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about some of the next round of results that we see here that I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys. Let's go ahead and so looks like I got signed out there for a minute. Let's go ahead and update this. In the meantime, let me go ahead and get that situated for you all, and then we will try this out. All right. All right, guys, so we're back in here again. All right. So let's go ahead and switch over to this screen now. Guys, this is the second set of results that we have here. Again, 7 items deleted, 3 accounts updated to positive. And let me talk a little bit more about this positive account thing. You know, we've been experimenting and researching how to deal or to better understand how late payments appear and the impact they have on your credit score, and obviously, the probabilities of getting removed. I'm going to tell you guys right now that removing a late payment, especially if it was recent, is difficult to remove, right? Very difficult. But we've been experimenting with this new process, this new procedure that we've been testing out. And sometimes it's better to reverse a late payment than to try to remove the whole account in itself. Obviously, it depends on the information that we gather from the details of the account or the account numbers and things like that. But for the most part, we've been very effective with reversing late payments as opposed to removing an account that has a late payment. Because why? Because if it's an old account, it has a lot of history, right? And history does account and play a factor into what your credit score is. So if we do see that opportunity, we rather go ahead and reverse the late payments, which has a 35% positive impact towards your score, than to remove the whole account, and then we lose history. We lose history, and we lose payment history as well. So length of time of the account being open, and history when it comes to paying, showing the banks that you can pay on time every time, right? So this one got 7 deleted, 3 positive. So again, across the board went up 80 points since this customer started over here with us, right? And so some of the accounts that were included again was a charge off, right? As you see here, this was a charge off status in dispute, and the results were that we deleted it from the credit report, right? This account here, PBC SYNCB. Carfinance.com was an inquiry. We got that account deleted. We got the inquiry deleted. I'm sorry. Creditco, again, inquiry deleted from that. Again, Creditco again with another credit bureau. I believe this is Wells Fargo. Again, deleted from the credit report as an inquiry. JP Morgan Chase card. This account was updated, right? Again, we updated. This customer had a pretty long history with this card, and so we was able to update the late payments, and that's where you see that update coming through here. And so hopefully, guys, that makes a little bit more sense. And let me see here. So we'll go on here. All right, guys. So let me go ahead. As you guys are coming in, let me go ahead and reach out to you guys, and let's talk a little bit about what you guys' questions. So Jake Harvard, hey Raids, Baron, hey Baron, how you doing? Been trying to reach you to sign up. It's good to see you back. Hit me up as I paid off Amex. Awesome, Baron. Baron, I will reach out to you as soon as possible after this, and we can talk about starting you back up into the program and doing a reevaluation to see what's changed in the meantime. So Baron, stand by. Maggie Tapia, what does a typical fee look like? Maggie, the fees when it comes to us, again, it's always based on the amount of negative items that you have. So part of the evaluation is not only to educate you and so you can have a better idea, but it's also to see, how much we would charge, right? We charge based on the amount of items that you have. So I can't charge you the same as somebody that has 1 negative item as opposed to somebody that has 73 negative items, right? It's all based on that. However, we do have affordable payment plans, and we do work with absolutely everybody. You're never going to pay thousands of dollars here with anybody, not even close to that, even in the completion of other programs. And I think we're a little bit, I know that we're a little bit more faster than any other company when it comes to credit restoration, because we're one of the few companies that go ahead and dispute all accounts all at once on a month-to-month basis, as opposed to other companies that may charge a cheaper monthly payment, more economical monthly payment. But one thing that you guys need to understand is, based on the initial cost or monthly service fee, what is included on there. Because some people come in with 40 negative items and a company will only dispute 5 at a time, right? And so you have to pay attention to what is it that it includes, right? Certified mail cost alone is around, let's say, $6-7 each on letters. So if you have a person that has 40 negative items across three credit bureaus, or if you kind of do the math, that right there kind of, we have to take that in consideration. So if you're looking at a credit restoration company and you're seeing how much the cost is, well, you have to break down that cost and understand what the possible cost of the credit restoration company have on their end, right? And so we're pretty straightforward with that. We're pretty transparent with that. And for the most part, we're pretty straightforward and extremely effective. So with that being said, guys, hopefully we can go ahead and get started. Hopefully that answers your question. Pedro de la Rosa, what would be the best way of disputing a collection? The best way, obviously depends on what the collection is, what is it asking for, amounts and things like that. But for the most part, disputing is a way to get that removed. However, it's in the language, it's in the details of the account. And so the best way would just be, I mean, it depends, right? It depends on what's on there. So disputing it is definitely the first step I think everybody should do when they come across a collection, whether they think it's theirs or not, because again, you're just the fact that you're dealing with a third party and you want to go ahead and confirm that this is the right party that you have to deal with, that does own your debt, or, again, asking for a dispute, asking for verification of documents, asking for details, there's nothing wrong with that. And if in 30 days they cannot prove to you that they owe the debt, or they don't have all the complete information, then it might be a company you don't want to do business with anyways, because they don't have their ducks in a row, right? So hopefully that makes sense there. Jake Harvard, great Ray, please do call as I'm ready to sign up today. Awesome, Baron. I'll definitely give you a call soon. Maggie Tapia, if I have three negative items, well, Maggie, if you have three negative items, there's three credit bureaus. Are they across three negative items? Because if that's the case, it's not three. You have 12 negative items, right? Because again, it's three credit bureaus, right, Maggie? So again, do the evaluation. It's only 20 minutes of your time. Again, there's no obligation to join the service with us. However, we do give you a complete picture as to what we have, right? Because we also deal with personal information, account inquiries, or everything else, right? Those things have to be looked at completely. And so although pricing is based on the amount of negative items, I still would like the opportunity to review your credit report to give you realistic expectations. I don't like guessing or experimenting with people's credit, right? Especially when it comes to their credit. So the price is there. Again, we're very affordable, and we're here to help. Pedro de la Rosa, I have 4 negative items. Awesome, Pedro. If you're looking again to get an evaluation to find out what's realistic or not, again, give us a call to the number on the screen, or schedule in the very first link in the description, or you can go ahead and click on my calendar link, which is going to show the availability, and then from there we can go ahead and get started. Baron, if you're still watching, please click on that link in the description so that we can go ahead and lock you in, and we can ensure that nobody else takes that time slot from you. Francisco Velez, what's up, Ray? What's up? Can you also reverse the late payments with car loans to positive? Yes, we did. I actually showed an example of one. I only owe $1,800 left on my loan, but been late more than 10 times. Again, Francisco, late payments are difficult to remove or reverse. However, I did show an example that we can remove it, or reverse it from an actual report. I've also had customers in my clients in my program that for some reason, well, they had a repossession, right, or just too much late payments to even get them reversed. So in those situations, we have removed repossessions from a credit report, or people that have people that turn in their car earlier than expected as a voluntary repo, and they still owe the amount. They're getting sued for that amount, but we was able to get that removed from the credit report, right? So again, everybody's situation is different. It depends on the details, but yes, we could reverse them and remove them. Pacho, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, Ray, question. I see results as updated, but not deleted. How does this change my credit report? What is the details issue that aren't removed? Scores change up or down, kind of confused. So Pacho, sometimes, initially when we do a dispute, we'll go ahead and dispute against the information you provided for us, like the supporting documents, like an ID, social, or a proof of address, right? So when we send that over and we challenge the information, not only from the accounts, but from the credit report, then the credit bureaus are going to see, well, this person's name and information doesn't match the supporting documents that he sent over. Therefore, these needs to get updated. having an account updated or your name updated is great news, because that means that the account, if it got updated or changed, it was incorrect for this whole time, meaning that the accounts reporting below that also have that same personal information, now there's a higher success of getting removed because it got updated. And based on the Fair Credit Reporting Act, it states that if something's inaccurate, unverifiable, inaccurate, or incomplete, it must be corrected or removed. So the fact that the personal information, for example, got updated, that means that the account below, including the negative ones that had the previous information, will now possibly very highly get the chance of getting removed because it wasn't right in the first place. If that makes sense. I know I said a lot there, but for the most part, that's exactly more or less how maybe you can interpret that, right? So Mongers, how you doing? Does asking for a credit line increase affect my score? Mongers, great question. So no, it does not. As a matter of fact, if you ask for a credit limit increase with an existing credit card that you have right now, the way that they're going to determine whether to increase it or not is they're going to do a soft pull. A soft pull does not affect your credit at all whatsoever. Soft pulls happen all the time. When you check your credit on Credit Karma or any of these third-party websites, you can go on your Credit Karma and check your credit score 3,000 times if you want to. It's only going to be considered as a soft pull. Hard pulls are the only ones that affect your credit score when it comes to inquiries. Inquiries can take anywhere between 3 to 7 points off of your credit every time you have an inquiry. But again, it's for a hard pull, only when you're going to be considered for a line of credit. So if you go to if you ask your bank for a car loan, a home loan, or whatever the case may be, those will be hard pulls. But if you have an existing account, let's say for your credit card, and you want a credit limit increase or maybe an upgrade to another card, then those are soft pulls, which are not going to affect your credit at all. So for you guys that are building your credit or have bad credit, but still maybe have that 1 or 2 credit cards still active and open, even if it has late payments, take advantage on keeping on those. Don't close them, because that'll also drop your score. But if anything, try to, double down on those cards and, get back on time payments, increases, and things like that of that nature. So hopefully that helps, clarify. Pedro de la Rosa, I signed up tomorrow. Awesome, Pedro. Again, Pedro, make sure to click my calendar link. That way you see the availability and you can lock in. You can lock in your 20-minute evaluation there. I just texted it again, guys, for you guys wondering where that link is. There's a link in the description. I'm also texting my availability and calendar link on there, or you can call the number on the screen right now and get a credit evaluation from one of my credit analysts. Jake Harvard, Amex has agreed to reinstate the Platinum card. Awesome. With no charge off status. But the gold card will show as paid charge off. Can this be removed, being that I recently paid it off? Well, I want to go ahead and take a look at the details now, because I know things have changed since me and you have spoke, Baron, last time. But for the most part, let's go ahead and look at the details and see exactly what we have to work with. Hey, what's up? And then Israel Tyndall, what's up, man? Israel is one of our clients. Hey, Ray, just got information was sent out. Please advise. Awesome. So let's go ahead and Israel, let me go ahead and follow up with my processing team again, because they're the ones that actively working on your credit. So they're going to have all the details accessible to them. So expect a call or an email today, Israel. Guys, with that being said, time is up here on this live. I want to thank you guys for all the love and support. I hope you like the information on this video, the results that we've showed, and I hope that I get to speak to all of you guys watching this right now. Let's go ahead and kick this off. I want to go ahead and do some evaluations with you guys, get you guys clarified or whatnot, and give you pricing, right? That way, again, there's no obligation to join us, but however, at least you're going to get all the information and you take home this very detailed analysis that you get from us. So hopefully that helps there. So with that being said, guys, call the number on the screen. Click the link on the description, the very first link, or our calendar link right here to see the availability. And it's only 20 minutes of your time. We do have some availability today. That availability does fill up pretty quickly, I must say. But for the most part, our team, our staff here is ready to help you as soon as possible. All right, guys. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with family and friends. And until the next episode on Keeping It Real with Credit, peace.